Hey lovelies, so welcome back to reviews and recaps. Let's get into today's video. Today we're going to be talking about Martell Holt and Arionne Curry. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And everyone, please like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. All of this is a free way to support this channel if you like our content. So you guys know that I did a story a couple of days ago where I was talking about Arionne Curry and the shade that I believe she was throwing at Martell Holt. Now, she was basically, for me, the timing was very, very interesting in the sense that the timing was shortly after Martell had gone live and had been talking about his children and all these things that the Eminem kids in particular, and all of sorts of like the events that he was at, all that kind of stuff for the children. Oh, I took them to tennis. I took this, that, right? So it felt like the jab was at Martell for his parenting right after that. So if you guys have not watched that video, please go watch it after this video. But I just wanted to give you like a quick summary before we get into this. Now, what I was always curious about was what was her motive? What is it about Martell that is making you now shade him? Or what is it between you guys that is making you now shade him? Now, if you guys know, Arian rides for Martell. Even when he does stuff wrong, she knows how to ride for the man, right? Like she rides for him, she rides for him. If you think about the timings, I believe, when she does expose him, it's usually to do with some sort of her feeling slighted about another woman. This is in my opinion and allegedly, right? I'll give you one example. So there was this time where she went, I believe, live to expose Martell for still coming over to hers, for trying to get back with her whilst publicly dating Sheree. She was allegedly talking about all these like interesting or sexual things that they do with each other and all these extraness, right? And I just thought, okay, you're doing all of that and saying all of that. Is it because he's with Sheree publicly? Because it's like, where was this energy with other things, right? Because it's like, it feels like she writes for him all the time about everything publicly. Like, remember the time where there was a rumor about them getting into an altercation and they both came on live together. She was, of course, trying to clean up his image and make sure he was good in these streets, right? Which I'm like, okay, if that's your man, that's your man. Like, none of my business, right? But I feel like what has shifted now. Now, if we look at the fact that in the past, when she came out and exposed him, he was allegedly dealing with Sheree from Real Housewives of Atlanta. So now I'm like, is there someone else? Right? Now, I was on Queen Sheba Darling's channel the other day and she hinted at the fact that Martell Holt is seeing another woman. And I was like, oh, light bulb moment. That makes sense. This is probably why, in my opinion, allegedly, Arian is now online trying to minimize or talk about his parenting skills. Now, you guys know how I feel about his parenting skills or lack thereof, right? I talked about it on that video, so I'm not going to repeat it here. But what I'm saying is, isn't it interesting that now there's a rumor about him dating another woman and now she's acting up? I'm like, ooh, light bulb moment. And when I was listening to Queen Sheba, she was like, he likes her. I was like, really? Martell likes somebody? I'm like, okay, interesting. So, first of all, I'm glad this new woman named Arian. And I hope Arian gets the message. The truth is, if he wanted to marry you, he would have done that a long time ago. He has had the opportunity and he didn't. And even when he was on Tasha K, he was talking about the timings only now count since he's been like separated from, like, cut the crap. That man does not want you like that. He knows that you are a rider. He knows that you are a warm bed that he can come to whenever he absolutely feels like it. And when everything goes to S, which he knows that, may or may not happen, if it goes to S, he knows he can come back and ride up all in there, and you're cool with that. So of course he's not going to be making you his wife. Also, he knows that it's never going to reflect positively on him to be officially dating you. I know Mattel does things that show that he don't care about his PR, right? But I feel like, oh, care about his public image, right? But I feel like on this one, he knows that if he marries her, that would be the final nail in the coffin. People would be pissed. It's like you effed around, got the side chick pregnant, then let the side chick disrespect your wife, constantly disrespect your children, only for you to marry her? Someone you called a peasant? It's like, bro, they ain't no coming back from all of that. And so, but anyways, I just feel like this is why Arian is upset. This is why she's upset. Now, the good thing about it is, when she's upset, we get some truths out of her. So I am hoping that we get a little bit extra than what we already have. And I'm hoping that she no longer feels the need to protect him when it comes to the revenge P and the legal situation there, so that he can get exactly what he deserves. And just to add a little bit of razzle dazzle, right? Shout out to Sweet Tea for this part, right? It was also sort of so it is believed that the new woman and Mattel started following each other earlier in the year, right? And also, it seems like the new woman might have caught wind that people are starting to know that it could be her, allegedly, because someone who has Mellometer in her Instagram tried following the lady, and she blocks the person. She's like, you ain't gonna catch me slipping. And let's be honest, if she's one of the women who have watched this show, she knows what Mattel is about. And she's probably like, don't bring that over here. Like, I'm just trying to get to know this man, and see him for himself and whatnot. There was also apparently rumors of them being at a casino together over the weekend. I'm like, oh, it is serious. Because if you're out here publicly, then you must really like her. So Queen Sheba might be right on that. That you like this woman. Well, my advice would be, Mattel, if you ever watch this, which you probably would never watch, but if you're ever watching this, like, don't mess this up if she's a good woman, because the truth of the matter is, the best way to clean up your image is to have an amazing woman that you treat well and treat better than you treated your ex-wife, right? Like, sad you've done all these things. I hope that, I'm all for people changing, but he hasn't shown us that he has changed. And so it's hard for us to root for him. On the one hand, I would love to hope that he repents, changes who he is, works on his character, builds himself up, and then, ends up and treats his woman and his children well. That's what I would want out of it, right? Peace. However, on the other hand, he continues to do things that shows that he's still not grown. He's still not healed. So it is what it is. It probably ain't gonna last, right? Or maybe the lady will show him some spice that he needs and drag him the way he deserves. Who knows? But I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, everything is alleged in my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the chat. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. Also, please hit that like and share button as well. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the chat. Let's continue the conversation. See you later. Bye.